Okay, so we're working on the review for the multiple choice now. The actual test has the same number of questions because I know someone was about ready to ask me that. So let's take a look. Determine whether it's sufficient information for solving the triangle with a given combination of angles and sides. So whenever you're doing this, especially on a multiple choice test and you have a bunch of weird questions like this, all you need is actually just one triangle to reference. So I'm going to draw a triangle here. Okay, and then I'm going to label all parts here. So everything's labeled. It says determine whether sufficient information for the following triangle with the given combination of angles and sides by the law of sine. Okay, so I have big B, little b, and c. Can I use law of sine now? Yes. What is the key thing that has to use law of sine?
A pair.
Gotta have a pair. Do I have a pair?
Yes.
Yep. That is good. So now let's actually take a look at what we would have when we did that anyway, because it's going to be another question later on. So I would have this, this, and this. So what is that combination?
Side angles. Wait.
Angle,
Side. Angle, side, side.
Okay, angle, side, side, right? Okay, and you just like having permission to actually say that for this class, right? Yeah, it's like freshmen in their health class that, you know, get all excited because they see, you know, one of those words in print. I'm not even going to say it though, but still.
Say it.
No,
Say it.
anyway. But still. So
What do they
if
stand
it is angle, side, side, what's that special word that goes along with that? No, not that one. Huh?
Law.
Cookie, what'd you say? Thank you. Ambiguous.
Oh, that big word.
Yes, ambiguous. So whenever we have those type, you always have to try and reference that. Because that's going to be either it's going to be 0 triangles,
Oh.
2 triangles, or 1 triangle. Solve the triangle, round to the nearest tenth necessary or to the nearest minute as appropriate. So, minute is a key word right here. So when I find the angle, I have to have what?
Degrees, minutes.
DMS, right? Okay. So now, I have my triangle here. So just for the sake of, on this one, I'm going to draw.
A triangle.
It's not to scale.
Oh, that reminds me of right now.
Little a is 17.2. All right, so given this much information right here, what's the first thing I should solve for?
Big C.
Big C. Why big C?
It's just easy.
Yeah, because all 3 angles of the triangle add up to 180, don't they?
So you just subtract.
Yep. So subtract it. So it's going to be 180 minus those. So in my calculator it should be 180 minus 23 degrees, 10 minutes, minus 40 degrees, 20 minutes. And then what do I put? Got triangle.
Triangle.
D M S.
116.30. That's not even on here. Yeah, it is. Sorry. I was looking at it.
There you go. 116.30. So since this is a multiple choice, I'm going to get rid of
B and C. D.
B and D. Very good. So that's going to help me out. So I'm going to try and make this the least amount of work for you. So if we found C, I eliminated 2. Now what's the difference in between these two right here?
They're just flip flop.
Yeah, I could actually choose either one of those sides to solve for it. So I have a pair here, don't I?
Yes.
I have a pair. So what law do I need to use?
Sine.
Okay, so there's my little a, here's my little c, here's my little b. Let's go ahead and solve for
B.
which one?
B.
Want to solve for b? Okay, let's solve for b.
Mr. Patrick?
Yes.
Would you even really have to do that? Because you did say that the biggest angle is going to go with the biggest side. So you could just,
If it works out.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that would be c.
But do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
so the answer choice is
So
C.
the answer is C.
The answer's choice is c. Why?
Because
It's the
when
biggest angle, it's the
the
biggest
largest
side.
angle has to match with the largest side.
Ooh, very good. I know, right? You guys learned something. I'm all proud. Okay.
Dad.
And you
So-
said don't pay attention.
Uh-huh. Okay, so for those people that are actually watching right now, okay, so what they said is biggest angle goes with the biggest
Wait,
side.
you're live?
I'm recording.
Oh. Because you said for those people watching right now, but
He's trying to talk about it.
Okay, anyway. So C has to be the biggest. So in that case, let's take a look. C of these two right here, C has to be the biggest because out of my angles, C is going to be the biggest, so the answer is going to be this. That's in this instance. I still want to actually solve for it so you guys can see that. So I'm going to solve for little b using law of sine. So little b, okay, is going to be over sine of 40 degrees, 20 minutes is equal to 17.2 over sine of 23 degrees, 10 minutes. So it's going to be b times sine of 23 degrees, 10 minutes is equal to 17.2 times sine of 40 degrees, 20 minutes. Okay, to get b by itself, I'm going to divide both sides. Yeah. Sine 23 degrees, 10 minutes. So b has to be 28.3, whatever my units are. Right? Hopefully. Okay. For those people actually put in the calculator. Okay. So by just solving that one right there, I would eliminate the other possibility automatically. So my answer has to be C. All right, so let's take a look at the next one, number 3. All right, so on number 3, we're going to solve for that one too. Cover that up. Okay, what do you think the easiest thing to solve for first? Angle,
C.
y angle C. Yeah, subtract them from 180, right? So it's going to be 180 minus 51 minus 26 is equal to
103.
Now that I have that, let's do some elimination. I'm only going to get rid of 1 on this one. Okay, so now what law can I use from here? Sine. I'm going to use law of sine because from here I have big C and little c, little a, little b. So I'm going to use law of sine because I have big and little c. So my work is going to be 26 over sine of 103 is equal to, what do you want to solve for? A. Why are we choosing A? Just because, or did I tell you a reason?
So for the smaller side.
Yeah, go with the smaller one. Go for the smaller one on this. So if you have a choice, always try and choose the smaller one. So I'm going to have that A over. Okay, And then let's go through cross products. So 26 sine of 26, bless you, a times sine of 103 divided by sine 103. So 26 times sine 26 divided by sine 103.
Gives you a number.
And that number is? It's got to be less than 26. 11.7?
11.7. 7:11.
So if it's 11.7, what is my answer?
A.
Okay. There we go.
We so smart.
This next one says find the area.
So this is where we do cosine?
Maybe. There's two ways to find the area, and they're on the reference sheet. So, depends on what information we have. So for this one right here, I'm going to draw a triangle. So A, it actually helps, it really does.
I love triangles.
Triangles are your friend, not food.
Wait, but what do you eat to them?
Is it a triangle or is it a sector?
It's a sector.
What's a sector?
Fine. No, fine, go to this.
You better show us.
How are you gonna show?
Bro, because I have it right here.
That's a sector?
This piece is a sector of the triangle. So, because it has an arc around the outside. A triangle has 3 straight lines. Educated. Alright. So, right here, let's look to see what we have. So, we have this. I was going to put that in there. 32 degrees, 20 minutes. Let's see. 50 and 102.50, and there we go. All right, so look at the information I have here. What type of triangle do I have? I have angle side angle. Okay. Okay, can I find the third angle?
Yeah.
I can find the third angle. Okay. So, but is it necessary?
No.
Maybe. Can I borrow your reference sheet real quick? So, there's a reason why I was asking for that is because my area, which is right here, so area of a triangle. So look at the information that I have here. All of these have 2 sides, don't they? Yes, they all have 2 sides, don't they?
Yes.
Now, in my triangle, do I have 2 sides?
No.
I don't have 2 sides, so I have to solve for another side. So first, if I'm going to solve for another side, and this is angle side angle, what law do I use? Law of sine, right? Okay, so the first thing I have to do is solve for b. Let's do that. So it's going to be my 180 minus 32 degrees, 20 minutes, minus 102 degrees, 50 minutes, and then, what is it?
44 degrees.
50?
44 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, so 44.50.
Is it Pacho?
Yes.
So I kind of went ahead and already finished this problem, but I think it might just be because of how I rounded certain things, but I got an answer close to one of the choices, but not exactly true.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
All right, so 44.50 there. So now that I have that, do I have enough information to find a missing side? Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So, I'm going to use law of sine. What do you want to solve for? Do you want to solve for A or C?
C.
C?
This is the big one.
No, little one.
Solve for A. Yes. Sine of 44 degrees, 50 minutes is equal to A over sine 32 degrees, 20 minutes. Cross products.
I love how you did that.
Okay, and from here I'm going to divide both sides by sine 44 degrees, 50 minutes. Okay, so we got A by itself, so A what do you get for A? Somebody?
Told me.
Wait for the answer.
It's 14.87.
14.87?
Yeah. I rounded it to 0.9 before, and that's how I messed up. So I just tried it with 8.7, and I got the right answer.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to say that that's going to be my A. And now from the reference sheet, so the information I have, if I have A, and that's my 14.87 right here. So I would have little a, little b, and I have all the angles. Let's see. So that's going to be little a, little b, and big C. Here's my area formula I'm going to use. So it depends on the sides that I have. So I have A, B, and I know all the angles, so I'm going to use C. So it's going to be,
Would it matter which one you use?
depends on which one, what side you found. Because you can't do the other ones if you don't have C. So my area is going to be 1/2 14.87 times 19.6, and then it's going to be the sine of C, which was 102 degrees 50 minutes. So you plug that all in your handy dandy calculator. Somebody? What is it? 0.1. And that's going to be my feet squared? Square feet? There we go. Alright, let's go on to the next one. All right, so number 5. Find out the distance across AB, distance AB across the river. Okay, so again, no triangle. Draw some random triangle. Does not have to be to scale. So let's see. Distance AB is, to find that one is my unknown. So that's going to be my little c. BC, so from B to C is 703. And so the river, it's found that angle B is 105.4. C, big C, is 15.2. Alright, find AB round to the nearest meter. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to put a little B right here. Alright, what information do I have here? Angle side angle, right? So given angle side angle, what law do we use? Law of sine, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's going to be law of sine. So do I have everyone's attention up here, or are we playing? So law of sine. So the first thing I'm going to do is find my other missing angle, A, right? So I could actually get a pair, because I don't have a pair yet. So that's going to be my little a. So it would be my 180 minus my 105.4 minus my 15.2 is 59.4. Okay. So now I can use law of sine. So it's going to start off with 703 over sine of 59.4 is equal to, and on this case we're trying to find what? AB, so we're going to try and find little c here. So little c over sine of 15.2. Do the math. 703 times sine of 15.2 is equal to c times sine of 59.4. Sine 59.4. So c is, what is it? 214. It's a boot right there. 214 meters. Yes? Okay. To number 6.
Can you go back to the book?
This right here? Oh, good. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this next one, number 6. So number 6, I'm going to start by drawing a new triangle. Find the area, triangle-shaped field. With sides of 2, 4, 9, 1. 2, 3, 8.6, and included angle between them is 76.65 degrees. Right here. Find the triangle-shaped field. Blah 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 blah. Okay, round to the nearest square meter. All right. So, is this labeled? Say no. It's not labeled. It's not given to me labeled. But all my formulas have labels, right? So, you can go ahead and just label it however you want. So, I, A, B, C, that's going to make this one here little b, this one here is little a, and this one is going to be little c. So, from my formula, that means I have little a, big B, and little c. So if I Let me see, big B, here it is right here. So I have little a, little c, and big B, right? So that's going to be this formula here. If you labeled your triangle differently, you're going to use one of these other ones. But you just need this for the formula. You just need the letters. So you add your own letters. So for this, it's going to be my area is going to be 1/2 my 238.6 249.1 and the sine of 76.65.
Have we always used that formula? Yeah, we have. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, so go through, put that in your handy dandy calculator. Okay. All right, let's keep going. So what do we get for the area? 289.
289.
14 point what?
0.6.
So what it's going to round to?
289.15.
Oh my god, this is annoying.
Next one. All right, find missing parts of the triangle. So let's see, what parts do we have and what parts are we missing?
I'm missing little c and big B.
Yep. So, right here, draw the triangle.
Could you just start off by adding the two big angles and A to see if any of them don't equal one?
What big angles?
Yeah.
There's only one
in the
angle.
answer choices.
Oh, good point, but probably not. Probably not going to help out. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so we say A is 30. Little a is 7.53. Little b, 15.06. And so we're missing a lot. So what type of triangle do we have here?
Side angle. No.
Angle side side.
Angle side side, right? So we have ASS on here. So whenever we have that, then we have a, what's the word?
Ambiguous.
Thank you, ambiguous. All right, so let's go ahead and what's the angle we have to solve for first?
B.
B. I have to solve for B because I have that one across there, right? So little c, little b. So it's going to be 7.53 over sine of 30 is equal to 15.06 over sine of big B. Cross products. So 7.53 times sine of big B is equal to 15.06 times sine of 30. Divide both sides by 7.53. So sine of B is equal to 15.06 times sine of 30 over 7.53. Now, from here,
Side inverse.
if I have to do the angle, I got to do the inverse, right? So, it's going to be B equals inverse sine
90 degrees.
of 15.06 times sine of 30 over 7.53. So, what'd you get?
90.
You got 90? Okay.
90. So you already know what the
So if big B is
It's
90,
gonna be 60 for C.
so right here, so big B is 90, so that's no there, no there, no there.
So A.
So the answer has to be A. Now, let's just take a look real quick. I got 90 on this one. But what would happen, okay,
If you
what
just
would
switch
happen if this angle was less than 30? Look at her sides. Which one's supposed to be bigger?
B.
B is supposed to be bigger, right? So if we get a value that B is less than 30, that would be not a triangle. And what would your calculator say?
Undefined.
Un-
Undef.
Yes, undefined, so you would say no triangle there, right? Okay. Alright, so there's that one, so let's keep going.
Is this all this is about?
Huh?
Is that all the test?
Basically, right? Yeah.
Can you open up my bottle?
Yeah, go ahead. Alright. On this one right here, we have, okay, same thing. Draw the triangle. So B was 105 degrees. Little a is 298. Little b is 1351. Alright, so in this triangle right here, what information do we have?
A whole lot.
Your B
I have b, right? But what type of triangle?
equals side to side.
Angle side side, right?
Why do we have so much of that?
You got it.
In that a lot of it was this last, yes. Okay, never mind. See, I'm telling you, man, that is frustrating. Okay. All right, so now, what am I gonna solve for first?
The A.
I'm gonna solve for A, right? I'm gonna solve for big A. So let's do that. So it's gonna be 1 sine of 105 is equal to
298. Sine
cross products, right? So it's gonna be
A.
1.
13.1 sine A equals 298.
Okay, divide both sides by 1351. And then inverse
Gives you 12.3.
you said 12.1?
12.3.
Okay, 12.3 degrees there. Alright, so now if I started with angle side side, this angle, what do I have to do here? Here's a hint.
Can you just see if all there's only
Do
one
I have
that's
to see if
supposed
there's
be
another triangle?
Yes, that's what we have to do, right? So my A2 is going to be 180 minus,
12.3.
which is going to give you what?
Why are they doing
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, why is there
167.7.
Wait, Pancho,
Yes?
why is there an E2?
Okay, so This is what type of triangle?
ASS, so it's
And whenever you have ASS, you have,
ambiguous.
and if it's ambiguous,
There could be more than one triangle.
more than one triangle. So you could have 0, 2, or 1 triangle. Okay? So 0, 2, or 1. So right now, I'm checking for the second one right now. So we have at least one. Now we're checking for the second one. So let's look. So A2 is 167.7. Look at our sides. Look at our sides right here. Can A2 be possible? No. Why? Because B has to be the biggest one here, right? B is bigger than A, isn't it? B is bigger than A, so I cannot have this one. So this one's a no. So it's only going to be one triangle there. Did that make sense? Okay. So because that one's bigger, so that means that you can't have an angle that's going to be the other way. So, but it is possible to get a second triangle. All right. So now we get A is going to be 12.3. So what is my answer here? Right there, right?
No.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. That's bad. Okay. Don't be good. All right, number 9. Same thing. Draw a triangle.
You're switching it up.
What am I? No, I'm not.
You're on a weird triangle.
They're all weird. Look, it's the same as my last one too. Look, ABC, ABC, ABC. Okay. Anyway, A, 105. Little a, 1273. Little b is 1373. All right. So from here, what type of triangle do we have? Angle, side, side, right?
I'm tired of these.
I think next one is where we change it. Yeah. So angle, side, side here. So given this angle, side, side, I'm going to go ahead and solve for B on this one. So 1273 over sine of 105 is equal to 1373 over sine of B. Okay, you guys should be able to figure out the pattern on this one by now, right? B equals inverse sine. So it's going to be 1373 times sine of 105 divided by 1273.
Undefined.
Undefined. So if it is undefined, what do I say?
No such triangle.
There we go.
That was easy.
Okay, remember I said you should probably just have a random triangle on your test somewhere just so you could actually use this as a reference.
I'm just gonna use a blank sheet of paper and go next.
Or I could just use the same one that I have right here. I have a triangle, so the values don't matter. I just need to see what I'm going to use. So let's go through and actually identify first. So side, angle, angle. What do we use there? What law? Actually, even better. What is side, side, side? Side, side, side. What law do I use there? Cosine. Side, angle, side is? SAS.
SAS will use sine.
Cosine. All the rest of these are sine. SAS and side, side, side is cosine. So side, angle, 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 side, angle, and side, side, angle is all sine. So we have little a, little b, and little c. So what's that going to be? Side, 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 and what law?
Cosine.
Yeah, that was it. Yes. That's just like your homework question that we had on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look, find the missing part, round to the 10th, and, or degrees, minutes, nearest minute as possible. Okay, so again, triangle.
We need little c, big A, big B.
So, there we go, we have big C, little a, and little b. There we go. So, what type of triangle?
Side angle side.
Side angle side, right?
Sass.
And SAS uses what law?
Cosine.
Cosine. Cosine. So this law cosine. So what am I going to solve for using law cosine here? Little c, right? Little c. Law of cosine always solves for this one over here. So from my reference sheet, so it's going to be c is equal to the square root
10.8 squared.
8.1 squared plus 10.8
squared
minus,
to
Yeah.
8.1 10.8 cosine 112.8.
so c is going to be a boot. All right, you people, what you got? What is it? 15 point what? 15.8?
Yes. So the answer is D.
Answer has to be D. All right, let's take a look at 12.
Are we gonna take both parts on Monday?
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Again, triangle. Draw your random triangle.
That was different.
Ooh, yes, kind of different there. So this one, C.
Wow.
All right. What are we going to solve for? Actually, no. What type of triangle is this?
Side angle side.
Side angle side. So it's going to be SAS, and I'm going to solve for which side?
Cosine. Oh.
Little c, right? Very good. So law of cosine again. C equals square root of 6.3 squared plus 10.2 squared minus 2.
6.3, 10.2, cosine, 122.
122. And what you get? 15.8.
13.
So we're saying,
None
Okay.
of those were on there.
so C 14.6, right? So my answer has to be A. Alright, did you fix that? It's not 13.8. So, number 13.
She typed it in exactly.
Do I need to check it?
Yeah, because she typed it in like exactly.
Oh, I know what I did now. Really? The angle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, let's go. Right here. Again, random triangle. A,
It's
B,
not a triangle.
C. You're not a triangle.
It doesn't match.
Okay, so AB. So line segment AB is 322. Line segment AC is 187. And BC is 161.
Side, side, side.
Yep, side to side. What law is that? Cosine. Which one we're going to solve for?
The smallest one.
Smallest one, which would be?
A.
A. Let's solve for A.
A equals.
Actually, yeah, let's do it. Equals inverse cosine. I'm just looking at my choices here because A, these two have the same A, so I would have to do a second problem, but I think B has all different.
Yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, either way. So this one right here is going to be A, so it's 161 squared.
Squared minus 187 squared minus 322 squared all over negative 2 times 187 322.
Miss Patrick, can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah. So angle A is a boot.
Didn't know we were
Was it 20.6?
Yeah.
Okay. So that just gets rid of A and C.
What? It told me it was a non-real calculation.
All right, so let's solve for B
Oh,
then.
I put them in.
Let's solve for B. Same thing. Inverse cosine from B is going to be 187 squared minus 161 squared minus 322 squared. Negative 2 times 161, 322. So big B is a boot. There we go. So my answer has to be
D.
D. There we go. And is there one more?
Yeah.
Just one more? Okay, 14.
Not this.
So
Oh yeah, this is
okay, yeah. So 14. 2 ships leave the harbor
here's Barbara and
and together traveling on a course that have an angle of 125 degrees between them.
so
So I'm going
angle
to
A would be 125.
so I'm just going to make random like this.
Okay.
There you go. So they're leaving this way. Okay. They each travel 548 miles.
So that's what's gonna be in the middle.
Right? So each one of these is a little boat.
So can we just close that triangle?
Yep. There we go. Right here, how far are they apart to the nearest mile? So that would be this right here, right? So again, it doesn't give me any of my angles, right? Or my sides. So let's label it. Start by labeling it. So certain person over there wants this one to be A, so let's label it A.
Thank you.
This one's B, and this one is C.
Wow,
So let's take a look. So this one over here is going to be little a, okay, little c, little b. All right, what law am I going to use?
you have some.
Okay, first let's go back. You have SAS, don't you?
So it's gonna be cosine.
Side, angle, side. So it's going to be cosine. Cosine. So we're looking for cosine because we want to find this value here to here. Law of cosine. So let's go ahead and do the math on that one. Little a is equal to square root of, so that's going to be 548 squared plus 548 squared minus 2. And we plug that into our handy dandy calculator. What is it?
972.2.
972.2.
Miles.
And so it's going to round to this one.
C.
Yay!
We finished.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. Alright. So don't forget, like, subscribe. Watch this like 40 times.